The Clockmaker's Gift.
In the heart of the old city, nestled between a forgotten bookshop and a crumbling chapel, stood a tiny, crooked building with a brass sign that read, "Thaddeus Quill, Clockmaker of Time." Most people assumed it was a clever marketing trick, but those who stepped inside knew better. Thaddeus Quill wasn't just a clockmaker. He was the clockmaker, a keeper of lost time, fixer of broken moments, and mender of regret. One rainy Thursday afternoon, a boy named Ellis wandered in, soaked to the bone, clutching a battered wristwatch. The shop smelled of oil, wood, and something strange, like starlight and old dreams. Gears ticked softly from every corner, and clocks of all sizes lined the walls, all set to different times. Thaddeus himself stood behind the counter, tall and thin, with silver hair that looked like it had been combed by the wind. His spectacles were round, and his coat had far too many pockets. "May I help you?" he asked, peering over the rim of his glasses. Ellis hesitated, then held up the watch. "It was my grandfather's. It stopped the moment he died." Thaddeus took the watch with long fingers. A stubborn little thing. He turned it over, pressed a few places, and listened. Then he looked up at Ellis with a curious expression. "This isn't a watch," he said. "Not just a watch, I mean. It's a moment keeper, a rare kind. Do you know what that means?" Ellis shook his head. Thaddeus smiled. "It means it doesn't just tell time, it remembers it. The last moment it ticked was likely the most important memory it ever held." Ellis swallowed hard. "Can you fix it?" "I can," Thaddeus said, "but it'll cost you." Ellis quickly dug into his pockets. "I don't have much, but—" Thaddeus held up a hand. "Not money, time." "Time?" "10 minutes of your life," the clockmaker said. "One memory. I pick which." Ellis hesitated. "What if it's something I want to keep?" Thaddeus looked solemn. "Then I suggest you be very sure this is worth it." Ellis stared at the watch. He remembered his grandfather's laugh, his stories, the way he always wore this watch when he taught Ellis how to build model planes. "I'm sure," he said. Thaddeus nodded once and led him to the back room. There was a large brass machine that looked part telescope, part organ, part grandfather clock. He placed the watch into the center. "Sit," Thaddeus instructed. Ellis sat. Thaddeus pulled a lever, and the room filled with ticking. Soft at first, then louder, like 1,000 clocks speaking
Ellis
at once.
left the shop,
Then
the watch warm in his palm.
But something felt off. Over the next few days, he tried to remember the story his grandfather had told him every night when he was little. The one with the fox and the lighthouse. But no matter how hard he tried, it was gone, blurry, like smoke in the wind. He'd traded it. 10 minutes. One story. It made him ache. But the watch ticked on, and in it he felt his grandfather's presence. A steady rhythm. Years passed. Ellis grew older, became a teacher, then a father. He kept the watch close, not just as a keepsake, but a reminder. One day, decades later, his daughter found the little brass shop while walking through the old city. She returned, breathless, telling Ellis that the shop was still there, that the clockmaker, old and silver-haired, was waiting. Ellis returned to Thaddeus Quill's shop for the first time in 50 years. The shop looked exactly the same. Clocks ticked in their chaos. The air smelled of starlight. Thaddeus looked up. "Ah, Ellis, I was wondering when you'd come back." "I thought you'd be gone," Ellis said. The clockmaker smiled. "Time doesn't treat me the same as others." Ellis held out the watch. "I'd like to give it back." Thaddeus looked at it, then at Ellis. "Why?" "My time's nearly done," Ellis said softly. "But maybe someone else could use it." Thaddeus nodded. He took the watch and placed it in a velvet-lined drawer filled with other watches, all ticking quietly. "Your gift will help someone someday," he said. Ellis hesitated. "Do you still have it? The memory I gave you?" Thaddeus reached for the jar. It still glowed faintly. "I keep them safe," he said. "Would you like it back?" Ellis nodded. Thaddeus turned to his machine and inserted the jar. This time, Ellis felt warmth flood his chest. Not a flash, but a slow, rising sun. The memory returned. The fox, the lighthouse, his grandfather's voice whispering the ending. Even when the light is gone, it still helps someone find their way. Ellis smiled, tears in his eyes. He left the shop, lighter than he'd ever felt, and when he was gone, Thaddeus placed the glowing watch gently into the front display window, where a new child, someday, would see it and feel curious enough to enter. And the clocks kept ticking.